Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, October 26th, 2011. A lot to cover, so let's get right into the charts here. First, we're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. They are spiking a little bit higher. September durable goods orders were just released. Look like they're down 0.8%. So, in any case, market getting a little bit of a boost. Watch the U.S. dollar here. This is what's important. If you watch the U.S. dollar, what you'll see is the dollar moving lower. As long as the dollar declines, the market should get a bounce. And here you can see the dollar live time. This is U.S. dollar index futures, the Z contract, trading lower. If it gets a bounce and starts to move higher, the futures will come back in. But in any case, futures are up about 10 points at the moment. And we'll have to watch them closely and see where they go. But again, you got that big spike. As soon as the dollar starts to rally back up, market comes right back down. And that's just the gist of it. So again, right now everything looks fine in the world. It looks like the markets are okay. Earnings are coming out. Some blow-ups, some good earnings, some bad earnings. Really doesn't matter. In my opinion, it's all about the dollar. If the dollar moves lower, the market will move higher and inflate. If the dollar starts to rally, the stock market will come down. That's pretty much the gist of it. Doesn't really matter much about Europe or anything else. We could look at it across the board. There is some news out of Europe that you probably want to pay a little bit of attention to. Not that it matters. You could just really follow the dollar. But it looks like the Italian Prime Minister, Silvio Berlusconi, he may have to step down after being caught in a couple scandals and a few other things. But we'll see if that happens and if that has any impact. Other than that, the talks are still going on for a European bailout. We'll see how big it is. The market, the bigger it is, usually the better the market likes it. Again, it could be a sell the news event. I would not put anything past it. It reminds me a lot of the debt ceiling, believe it or not. So when the debt ceiling was released, was passed in the United States, it really was a sell the news event. I'm wondering if this could be a sell the news event too, but we'll see. Maybe we'll have some resolution on this European bailout plan within the next day or two, but I'm not sure. Every time there seems to be something definitive, they push it back a little bit longer, and the market continues to hold up into it. So we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But in any case, be on your toes today. It's going to be probably another volatile day. Yesterday was a big sell-off. A lot of stocks really were crushed. I'm going to go over a list of stocks that I'm looking at this morning. I'm going to start off with Ford Motor. They had earnings. The stock closed at $12.43. It's trading at $12.32. If you look at the daily chart, most of those earnings were baked into the cake. Not saying it can't go higher. I just don't see it happening at this time. So I would not be a buyer of Ford here regardless of the earnings. Unless the market really soars or rallies higher, there's really nothing great on Ford right now. The stock needs to digest and pull back a little bit, and we'll see if that happens. Another stock that had earnings today, ConocoPhillips, trading higher. I think the earnings were not so great, but nonetheless, stock is getting a big pop. This is another name. I just don't know if it has a lot more upside from here. So be careful with Conoco. Nice pop, though, to start the day. If you own it, take profits or trail your stop. But I would not be a buyer up here at this level. Let's take a look at Amazon. Big blow up after the bell yesterday. Amazon's trading down around the 200 level. Did trade to 185 and caught a nice bounce at that area. The 200 looks to be the daily chart, 200 moving average, the 200 price level. So the daily chart looks to be around the 200 moving average as well. I'd be a little bit careful with Amazon. Let it shake out, see what happens. At some point, the stock will be a buy again. It just may not be right away. So let it play out for a little while. A good sell-off. The stock has a habit of rallying back up, too, after earnings, so you never know. But it looks a little bit overcooked to me on the downside, but we'll see how it plays out. Let's take a look at ticker symbol SO. Nothing there. Really nothing. That's a non-event. Let's take a look at First Solar. FSLR. This is a solar company. Catching a nice bid today after selling off sharply yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, the stock was falling, and I told my chat room to watch the 42.50 level, and the dead low really I think was 42.50. So so far that level has held up. First Solar still looks terrible on the chart, but maybe a little bit oversold condition and it's getting a little bit of a bounce. I'd be careful there, but the stock still looks pretty broken to me. Let's take a look at Hess. Hess had numbers. Stock is selling off this morning. Watch Hess. It's going to have some support around the 55 level. After that, though, it's down to $50 again. $50 looks like a buy. 55 may be a little bit of a support area for a bounce. But what I would watch for would be the $50 level. Gets down there, traders could start nibbling on Hess. Let's take a look at Boeing. Boeing, yeah, nice little pop here. Boeing's moving up. I don't see a lot of upside for Boeing. I think it's maxed out. Maybe it has another dollar in it. But that would be max move. 67, 67, $68. Max upside for Boeing in the meantime. Okay, but it did have earnings today. A little bit better than expected, I guess. But who cares what the earnings are as long as the stock? It really just matters how the stock is behaving. Let's take a look at all of the defense stocks. Okay, we'll talk Northrop Grumman. Yeah, not really doing much. Really more of a non-event. Let's take a look at Lockheed Martin. Yeah, coming down a little bit. And let's take a look at General Dynamics. Really not doing all that much either. So, again, these stocks are holding steady. They're very extended on the daily chart, as is most things. So just realize I don't expect a lot of upside in these names at the moment. Here's one that I saw doing pretty well this morning. Here is Cheniere Energy, ticker symbol LNG. Very, very nice pop this morning. A lot of resistance here, maybe at $10. Maybe it gets to 11, but there's a ton of resistance there. And now the stock is very, very extended. So just realize you don't want to be chasing this thing up here, but a great move for Cheniere Energy LNG. Great move today. Here's another one, AEP. Let's take a look. That's getting a little pop. Very thin, though. Don't want to make too much out of it. Again, this $40 would be, really 40, 50 would be the max I see for this stock on AEP. What else did I have here? Oh, let's take a look at MHS. Okay, this is Medco Health. Wow, started real strong and came right back down. So watch this one today. This could be a volatile one. The chart still looks terrible on this stock. Look at the daily chart here. Below the 50 moving average. I just don't see a whole lot there. And really coming down sharply. Real quick, guys, you could just take a quick glance at the US dollar index and see that it's made a move now. Too positive on the day by 2 pennies. But look at that little move there. And look at the futures here in the market. Okay, so that's a dollar that's up right now. I'm going to show you the futures. Here's the S&P E-mini futures. And look at that little reversal right there. Just that quickly. Dollar up, market down. Forget the news. Okay, you don't even need to listen to all that noise coming out of Europe. The place is broke. Let's call it what it is. But again, a lot of propping, a lot of stopping. And this is what we're looking at. Don't get caught up in the hype there. Just watch the dollar. Okay, with that said, everybody, oil's basically flat. Gold is up a little bit. Great move for gold yesterday. This morning, you see GLD trading around the 166 level. Closed at 165.60 yesterday, so up a little bit today. Up about 5-6 points on the spot. And we'll leave it there. USO is rallying up a little bit as well. At least it was. And now it's coming back in. Oil looks extended to me. The only thing is there could be a small hurricane headed to the Gulf of Mexico, and that's giving these oil traders a reason to prop this thing up. But afterwards, it should sell off. In any case, we're going to leave it there at that. And have a great morning, everybody. We'll see you all of you in the chat room. I'll see you on the microphone at 9:30. Everyone else, take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.